that's a cool what they did. Yes, guys, behind the scenes, we're watching the halftime show as we film this on Super Bowl day. BVB Army, welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to this amazing episode. My name is Ruth.
And I'm Nicole.
Welcome back to our channel. And yes, as you can see on my screen, we are actually filming this at the Super Bowl right now. This is a beautiful halftime show with the legendary Snoop Dogg and there's Eminem.
Halftime right now. Woot, woot.
Woot, woot. First things first, guys. For those of us who are watching this, I apologize for my lighting. I'm in my basement, which is obviously the TV room, and I thought this would be really cool to have the games and commercials back. Apparently my TV is super bright, and the lighting situation is not my friend here, so deal with the bad lighting.
And you guys, we know that this is a podcast, but for those of you that have listened to the podcast and don't know, we have a YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel where you can actually see our faces. And if you could see us right now, we are repping the Bengals. Ruth, your makeup is so cute. She is a tiger, you guys. She's a
tiger for the Bengals. And I don't know if you guys can really see well, probably on my Instagram, but I really wanted for Andy and for the BVB Army, I put Andy's war paint on this amazing tiger face I have going on to represent Andy's hometown, his love, his dedication, and obviously for the Bengals, Cincinnati Bengals. So
yes. I'm just mesmerized. I can't stop staring at your face.
For those of us who are watching, Nicole has amazing Bengals colors on her face as a football player. And obviously a Blackfoot Bride shirt.
Oh, yes, the new one. Ruth bought it for me. Thank you.
Oh, welcome. We understand this video and audio you are listening to will be coming out on a Wednesday. But we are actually, if it's not obvious, we are filming this on a Super Bowl. So right now it's halftime show. The score is, I think it's LA Rams have 13 and Cincinnati Bengals are at 10 right now for the first half.
You guys, it's killing me.
It is killing me. I mean, by the time this is out, we will know who has won. So,
well, Ruth, you said, I remember you saying that it was for Chinese New Year. It's the year of the tiger, correct?
It's the Chinese of the tiger for the Chinese New Year. So,
oh my gosh. Well, I'm just saying, if the Bengals don't win, what the absolute heck?
I mean, okay, I'm going to flat out admit this, and I've already admitted, but I'm just going to re-admit it again. I know nothing of football, guys. Like, I only know a touchdown, which I didn't even know this. For the longest time, I thought a touchdown was 7 points because that's what I always saw. But no, it's 6, and then they have to make the kick to the field goal, which makes it 7.
And I will point out that none of that made sense to me. So I also don't watch football, nor do I keep up with it. But just like Ruth, I mean, I get my information all from my parents. They're huge football fans.
See, that's the thing. My family, we are basketball. So comes March Madness. Hell yeah! My whole family and we do March Madness, and more particularly not in the pros, but mostly in college. So we are all about that. Go Zags for anyone who knows that reference. Thank you. So,
well, you know what's funny though? Like funny and interesting actually, because my mom is a huge Green Bay Packers fan, and my dad is a huge Chicago Bear fans, and my brother is a huge Bengals fan. And something that I found out, now I could be wrong on this, but just kind of, judging based upon Chris Biersack's photos, it seems like the Biersack family might also be fans of Green Bay, Chicago Bears, and Bengals. So like, what? I mean, my family would get along with them great.
I know a lot of us in the BVB Army saw Andy posted. Andy went over to Cincinnati, Ohio to see his mom and dad and grandma to watch this amazing Super Bowl game and everything to see if the Bengals, cross my fingers, won. So
I'll cross my toes too. I'll try.
Oh, did you see? I don't know when it was announced that the Bengals were going to the Super Bowl. I think I don't know who created it, but it was going on Twitter that they had a petition for Blackfoot Brides for the halftime show.
That would have been incredible. Come on. For the Bengals to be at the Super Bowl, what better band than Black Veil Brides?
Just saying, if Bengals ever go again to the Super Bowl, Black Veil Brides should be halftime show. Yeah.
Yes. NFL, are you listening to this? If
NFL.
not, please do.
Just be aware, NFL, if you make it official that Black Veil Brides will do an opening show or halftime show, I should say, be prepared to see the BVB Army come to the Super Bowl.
I was about to say, I just might actually watch the Super Bowl.
Same. Okay. I'm just going to throw myself out there again. And I don't know, this might be cringy, embarrassing, whatever, but this is the first Super Bowl I'm actually watching.
Okay, to be fair, I can technically say it's my first time actually physically paying attention. Not like before when I lived with my parents, it was kind of like, the computer was out in the living room, like right by the TV. So like being on there is like half paying attention, half not. Just kind of hearing my parents yell a lot is what I paid attention to.
Usually in the past, I would not even put it on for back noise or white noise. It was just, I would put it on just for the halftime show and that's it. And then turn it off and go back to whatever I was doing.
I feel like that's what a lot of people do. They literally watch the Super Bowl for the commercials and of course for the performances.
Oh yeah, 100%. I will say, and you can fight me on this, people in the internet. The best halftime show, at least for me, is on my list, is the one and only Lady Gaga's performance. Queen. No, not even Queen. King. Freaking love her. So
I think my favorite halftime show is one that hasn't happened yet. It's in the future when Black Veil Brides play. I literally don't know who all has played at the halftime show besides Lady Gaga.
I mean, the King of Pop did a halftime show. You know that one, right?
Oh my God, that's right. Okay, I can't lie, y'all. Of course I did not see that ever, but I'm sure that was an amazing performance.
Yeah. So LA Rams 13, Bengals is 10 right now, and
gross. Sorry. I'm mad.
I know. I think honestly, okay, well, you could be right. I think maybe they're nervous because it has been a while since the Cincinnati Bengals have ever been to the Super Bowl, since like 33 years or something. Chris, let us know that we're getting the facts right, because we had to look it up. I think they even said during the first half, like the last time the Bengals were there was in 1989 versus the 49ers. Please correct us.
Please do. We're unaware. I said 1988. I'm pretty sure, but I only got that from my mom, you guys. I'm pretty sure Ruth is correct.
I had to Google it. I wasn't sure, but
your facts, I'm sure, are 100% correct.
But for them to be in the Super Bowl has got to be huge, especially in Cincinnati, Ohio. I can only imagine the craziness that's happening over there in bars and houses at who knows what events are hosting over there in Cincinnati, Ohio. So,
well, hopefully the Bengals will just like surprise everyone at the end and pull out a win. One of those things, it's like this entire game is going to be where it keeps you on edge. And then right when you think they're about to lose, boom, they're going to win and shock the world. That's what I'm hoping.
My heart was like, I was getting nervous because it was about to start. Kickoff was about to start, the coin toss, and then The Rock introduced the Super Bowls.
Dwayne Johnson did what?
He introduced, so he was like giving each team like an introduction. So I kind of was half listening to the LA Rams, but he basically said for the Bengals, like they are going to rise from the ashes and everything. I'm like, facts. So
that's pretty cool that he gave like a pretty cool speech to them,
Yeah, it was really
but
nice.
He did it for the Rams too. So
he has to do both. I mean,
come on.
He's opening up the Super Bowl. And then
see, this is the knowledge I lack of football.
See, this is all new to me. And like, I knew of the coin toss. I knew of that. So.
Wait, so do they have someone host every year?
I don't know.
Because he's technically hosting it, right?
He did the opening. That's it. He's not like doing commentary or anything. You're asking the wrong person here.
Yeah, I didn't know that they had people open up the Super Bowl. I mean, it's pretty interesting. I'm wondering who's opened up the Super Bowl before then. Unless this is a relatively new thing. Yep, we're in the same boat together.
This is our knowledge on football, guys. Like I saw, okay, they had an opening at the coin toss, which was heads or tails. And so since they're in LA in their arena, LA Rams get the choice of heads or tails. And I think that was, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was the case. And they chose tails. So Bengals got heads. So it turned out to be heads. So, Bengals got the ball. I think we're just gonna be like a lot of question marks, and a lot of people are like, no, commenting on our.
I know. I'm telling you, football fans are probably raging at us right now. They're like, how dare these two?
Know the simplest things ever.
I don't know. Football is so confusing. I've had people sit and try to explain it to me, and at the end, I'm like, I still don't get it.
I did attend a lot of my football games in high school, and yeah. That was mostly just a social and hang out with friends, not really watch the game.
Yeah, you guys are more just being more social than actually paying attention. Everyone's going to hate me for saying this, but I'm just like, they're chasing after a ball.
Say that with any type of sports. I'm like, that's like the same thing like soccer and basketball, tennis, water polo. If some people consider that a sport, I do.
Well, it's competitive. It's competitive, it's active. And you know what? I think this is kind of like the cool things that we have in life is how something as little as football can entertain someone, but to someone else, it's not entertaining. It's so weird. Life is so crazy like that.
Do you like any sports then, Nicole?
Oh yeah, I love wrestling.
That is fair. People. Yeah, okay.
That is the only sport I like, actually.
Well, that's fair because like I didn't think about that, but that's completely fair because I would always have the argument during my ballet days. Ballet was considered a sport, so I think the same thing with wrestling. So that's fair.
I would definitely consider ballet a sport because once again, it's competitive and active.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like anything that has to deal with competitiveness and that creates a lot of
touchdown. Sorry, I just saw that touchdown on the Bengals. 16.
Oh my God. Thank you. Yes. I'm curious now. Does it end when they get to a certain amount of points, or does it like?
If this was basketball, I would tell you everything on basketball. With football, obviously there's 4 quarters, so they're on their 3rd quarter right now, the second half of the game. Both teams get the same points. They go overtime. However, that works in football world, which I don't know. So
I don't know either.
I believe there is like an overtime when it comes to football, like in basketball. I just don't know the rules or how much time they get or not. So yeah.
No, makes sense. I mean, I'm asking because I also don't know. That's why I thought, oh my God, they're at 16 points. If they get to like 20 or 25, do they win?
Oh no, they just go until the time. They just go. Yeah. Like I've seen, again, my knowledge here, but I'm going back to basketball because that's where my knowledge is at. Like I've seen games of basketball go to over 100 points or something, and they continue on until the timer's out. So whoever gets the most points wins. So yeah.
That makes sense. It's going until the timer runs out. I feel like that's kind of like basic sports.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Like pretty sure it's how baseball works too. Have you ever been to like a football show or any kind of sports show?
Like a professional or high school?
Professional.
Yeah, I mean, do you consider college basketball teams professional? I mean,
sure.
And they're in their own world, just not.
They are like, they're like their own kind of football. So I'd still count it as
yeah. For those of you who don't know, I live in Spokane, Washington. And for those of us who live or who are in the Seattle area, the Gonzaga University, home of the Bulldogs, are a pretty legit basketball team here. And we didn't make it all the way through March Madness last year. We were so close. Yes, I've been to the Kennel, that's what it's called, and to the men's basketball team, and it's insane. It's crazy, and honestly, I just love the energy of just rooting on for them and stuff. And there's a section where the student section is. They're called, I forgot what they're called, but they go insane. They go crazy. So,
well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I have only been to like a baseball show. For everyone who doesn't know, I live in Colorado, and I think the Colorado baseball team is the Rockies. And my high school, I don't know, they were doing all these things for people on the honor roll where you would get like free tickets to go see the Rockies play. I was on the honor roll, so they gave me the ticket, and it was like you could either go or just stay in school. And I didn't like school, so I chose to go to. But thankfully, my boyfriend was on the honor roll too, so we both went. That was the most boring I've ever had to sit through, and I apologize for anyone who's a fan. It's great that you guys love it. I tried watching it, and man, like honestly, I could see myself having a good time, like being surrounded by like friends and loved ones, enjoying it together. But man, I was a miserable teenager. So
No, when it comes to any type of sport, everyone has their own realm. Like for you, it's wrestling. For me, it's basketball. Obviously, for Andy, it's football. And I was actually thinking right now, obviously, we know Andy, Cincinnati Bengals football. Hello. And I think baseball too, right? Yeah, they have a
I
baseball
think
team.
so. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, I've seen Chris in like baseball.
I think it's baseball too. Again, correct us, Chris.
Correct us, please. We're clearly we suck at sports. That is not the ones we love. Oops.
But I was trying to think, like, for the rest of the guys, are they fans of any particular sports teams or any like anything? Because, like, I mean,
oh my gosh. Okay, here's a fun little game. You should just decide what team you think they like.
not a plan thing, but you know what? It just came up. So obviously, we know that Andy Biersack is a huge fan of obviously Cincinnati, Ohio Bengals, and also their baseball team too. So we were actually curious for each of the other guys, what sports teams would be a fan of? So let's start with the only one, Lonnie Eagleton.
I'm assuming that dude likes baseball. I don't know why. He just seems like a baseball type of dude.
See that? I mean, is it bad for me every time I see him with those cool sunglasses? I'm like, yeah, he's just there chilling, just watching the baseball teams or whatever.
I just think of his long ass shoes that he wears. Oh my God, his shoes are so cool.
Okay, Lonnie is going to be baseball. Okay, we have Jake. I feel him have a basketball for some reason. I don't know why, just because of his energy and what I've seen from Twitch. I can see him going crazy for March Madness.
Yeah, I can see that too. I was gonna say, I can't really see Jake liking any kind of sport, but I agree. Basketball, March Madness.
Okay, CC.
Man, that guy probably likes everything. He probably loves anything.
I feel like for CC and for Jinx, like for those two, I feel like they're all about the winter or any type of Olympics. Like when the Olympics come on, they're on it.
You know, yeah, actually. Because the more I think about it, I'm like, what other teams or like sport things are? I mean, there's a lot, but
there's a lot, yeah.
I could definitely see them both into the Olympics. I can see Lonnie into the Olympics too. Okay, I can kind of see all of them into the Olympics.
Everyone is into the Olympics. It has all the sports.
Is it bad that I'm not into the Olympics?
I mean, I just watch it for the gymnastics, to be honest.
I've never watched it.
Oh, you should watch the opening. You should watch the opening. It's kind of fun.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun to watch the opening just to see all the teams come together in their arena, which was last year in Tokyo.
I was definitely aware that the Olympics holds so many different types of sports. It's insane. Now, do they all how long does the Olympics last?
Weeks.
Wow. Yeah. Because each day is something different, right?
Yeah. The Olympics. So the athletes, like they're all like they're living that week and stuff. Even right now, I don't know if it's still going on when this episode comes up, the Winter Olympics, the ice skating, the snowboarding, skiing, and everything that's going on. Beijing, I think it's Beijing. I could be wrong. So
very interesting.
Hey, if we ever do a wrestling episode, you'll teach me, and then when March Madness comes next month, I will teach you about that.
There we go. See, you'll school me in that. I'll school you in wrestling. It's good.
It works. It
does. It really does. Okay, where are we at now? What are Bengals still at 16?
Yeah, it looks like it as of right now.
But they're ahead.
They are ahead as of right now. Right now they're just doing 13-17. It looks like they're trying to make another field goal. Oh, ball went through the field goal, and this is for what team?
Better be for Bengals.
It did.
So they get a point, right?
20-13.
They're at 20. Oh my gosh. You guys, I swear they're gonna win this.
Okay, guys, we all have seen, if you guys don't, or for those from the Army who don't have a Twitter, I'm sure you have seen all the clips of Andy's reaction as the Bengals get closer and closer to the Super Bowl. Just the full joy and him crying, like my heart.
Honestly, I love that he's been posting that because it's a whole other side of Andy that everyone gets to see. And it's just so cool of him to share that with us.
No, if the Bengals win, right, this game, the Super Bowl, I can only imagine his reaction. Like, I mean, like, we see him crying already. Like, I don't even know how he's going to react. Like, is he going to be in total shock? Is he going to be down on the ground crying so hard because of just the happiness and everything? So
I just feel like he's not going to be able to stop jumping around.
yes.
But, like, I hope he's filming himself.
Please,
I really hope that
I
camera's
know.
on right now and he's waiting to post his reaction.
He's with his whole family. So it's like Chris is there, Amy's there, even his wife, Juliet's there, and his grandma is there too. So like the whole family's there. And
I want to see all their reactions. I want to see
them like all on the couch or something. I'm just like, yes, or whatever they do. So
I'm almost positive everyone will be in tears. But like tears of beautiful joy.
And if for some reason the Bengals have lost, I hope Andy is just super proud of his team making their way up to the Super Bowl once again and giving all that they can just to win against the LA Rams.
Exactly. You know, what matters is that they're giving 100%. And at the end of the day, they made it to the Super Bowl.
That is true. That is very true.
My brother reps the Bengals so hard. I don't know why. That's just the team he loves. My parents,
Dad, yeah.
Well, because, I guess it doesn't make sense for anyone. Like my mom was born in Illinois, yet she loves Green Bay Packers, which, if I'm not mistaken, is from Wisconsin. And then my dad, I believe, was born in New York, but for some reason he absolutely loves. Well, no, it makes sense. Eventually, my parents did move to Illinois, where my dad ended up loving Chicago Bears. But it's just so and for my brother to be born in Colorado, it's just interesting. I'm like, you all chose very interesting teams despite not being your hometown.
It is quite interesting just for any sports lover. Like for you with wrestling, like who's your favorite wrestler?
CM Punk.
So why?
Okay, you guys, I adore the shit out of CM Punk because I guess you could say growing up and seeing, John Cena was the main guy. Don't get me wrong. I did love John Cena. I prefer him as a heel, but CM Punk was kind of the underdog and no one ever expected him to get far because, he had tattoos and he wasn't as big, but he made his way to the top. And of course, the one thing that I absolutely loved was he stood for straight edge. He was all about being straight edge. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't do drugs. And I wanted to be exactly like him. And, I literally devoted my life to that. And then of course, you got older and it happens, unfortunately, but it was the whole straight edge that got me. He's so great. He's a great he's great. I'm serious. His wrestling skills are top notch.
I mean, I feel like with any sports fans, sports lovers, like we all have our certain sports that we like. And when it comes to an athlete or whoever athlete we like, it's also, I feel like one factor is like what we were exposed to as a young age. Like for me, why I love basketball so much, because growing up, my dad used to play basketball in his college years. And so I think at the age of 5, I started watching basketball games with him on the TV. And so he would start explaining to me all the rules and everything. And then he worked at the university back in Texas. And he would get free tickets just to go see the college basketball game. So I would go with him, getting more exposure, getting the whole atmosphere of the crowd and everything. So I think that's part of the reasons why I'm such a big fan of basketball, just because of that. Grown-ups, I mean, what the environment I did, the exposure that I had with my dad. And it's one of the things that my dad and I do quite often is our bonding time is like, we'll literally just turn on the TV, find any like basketball pros or college and watch it and like root for the team that like, and then we'll like intensely look like 3-pointer, 2-pointer, foul or anything. So
no, that's honestly something I can definitely relate to, because same way, except with wrestling, I grew up watching that with my mom and dad. They were huge wrestling fans. They were always throwing on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, and I would, I just became a fan of it all because of them.
Yeah. And I think that goes with the same with Andy. Like Andy has expressed, at least through our scene on Twitter and everything, that growing up, I mean, obviously he was surrounded and exposed to the Cincinnati Bengals from his dad and mom. And he grew up watching the show. I mean, watching the game and everything. So you know what? He's representing still. And I'm here for it. So
right. Bengals have good colors too. Black, orange, white.
Honestly, I'm just a fan of a tiger. I love tigers. And you know what?
Right.
I have no Bengals or like merch whatsoever. The closest thing I has this from my high school. We were Tigers in high school. We were the Tigers. So it has like a football helmet with the tiger paw. So I'm like, you know what? This works for today. We're Tigers. Let's represent all Tigers all around. So
I love it. I wish I had Tiger stuff, but I don't. I don't even have Bengals merch either. It's all
I will say watching football, especially them tackle each other for defense or anything, ow. Like I have heard multiple injuries from football players get like concussions, elbows, ligaments getting torn up and everything, like ow.
Yo, I've seen people that have like posted videos. Oh, well, to be fair, the funniest one that I've seen actually of football so far, this dude was like running, right? This guy threw the football. Now, this guy wasn't even trying to catch it. He was just, running. And the football just so gracefully decided to land in his arms, like while he's doing this. And he caught it with like, his arm that. So he was just like, and I'm going. And I'm like, that is the luckiest shitting thing ever, sir. But I mean, the falls that they take and the tackles, those are pretty brutal.
I know. I'm like, look, even in high school, when I saw my friends who were in the football team do that, I'm just like, ow.
I know. I mean, it looks fun as heck, though. I mean, but if you land wrong, you might break like your clavicle or something.
No, it's like I can only imagine like the worst injuries you could get just from defense or getting tackled or whatever. So,
well, especially if you're some scrawny dude and a big ass dude that lands on you. Just they all dogpile you. It looks like the Rams scored a point though. Are they at 16?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. They're at 16-20 right now. We're still in the third quarter. 4 minutes in the third quarter.
How many quarters are there?
4. So
okay, that's what I assumed too.
Yeah, there's still a chance. I mean, who knows? I mean, we'll find out here. So
it's making me nervous. I mean, I'm glad the Bengals are still ahead. But those Rams, they could, be all sneaky beaky. Like
literally I didn't do my homework at this point, but like as we do know for the Cincinnati, Ohio Bengals, like obviously they haven't been to a Super Bowl for over 30 years. And then LA Rams I don't know the time period there, but I also know the defense and offense for LA Rams are pretty decently good. And then same with the Cincinnati Bengals with their quarterback what's his name? I gotta look this up now. I don't want to get these facts wrong, or else I'm gonna get roasted in the comments.
I think we're gonna get roasted just for not knowing anything about football. For repping, you guys.
Quarterback. That's what I was looking for. So number 9 on Cincinnati Bengals, his name is Joe Burrow, and he is the quarterback. And I heard really wonderful things about him, how he's really good at it. He's not a bad-looking guy. I will say that he's not a bad looking guy.
Well, and I think it depends. That's one thing I definitely know about football is it really depends on who they have on their team. Because I know that there are some people that are like way better than others. Mm-hmm. And don't they do, if I'm not mistaken, after the Super Bowl and before getting into like the new season, drafting football, isn't there a draft?
Yeah, it really, again, with football, I don't know, it could be similar to basketball, but I know there's, at least in LA Rams, there were talks about some of the players retiring because of age and everything or other circumstances, so that's another factor. Obviously drafters are still looking at colleges and everything for players just to come to represent them in the pros. So it just, I think it's roughly the same like basketball. It just depends on the season, who they can find, who could they advance and everything. So we're down to our last 2 minutes here in third quarter. We're still at 16-20. You know what? I want to give mad respect to the referees and everyone and every sports team because holy cow, the amount of hate they get is ridiculous.
Oh, heck yeah. I know, right? You guys deal with so much. It's literally like the referees are working a minimum wage, like fast food job, and all the other people are Karens yelling at them.
Yes. So
you know what I mean? I couldn't be a referee because I'd turn around, I'd be like, yo, oh my God, I'm just saying, I would not be able to keep my mouth shut. I'd turn around and I'd always have a comeback. Yep. People would hate me as a ref. I'd be fired so fast. If and when the Bengals win. I know they get a trophy. What else do they get?
That's all I know is a trophy.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, it is a pretty big trophy,
It's a big trophy. Obviously, they get the title of the Super Bowl winner of, what is this, 56? Yeah, I think this is Super Bowl 56. So,
so they get like Super Bowl 56 winner 2022.
Pretty much. And I think obviously the whole world knows, whoever watched it, and will be posted everywhere on social media when the game ends, of like, these were the winners of the Super Bowl 2022, Super Bowl 56. So
the Bengals definitely deserve this win. It's it's been a long time coming. Now the Rams, however, when's the last time they were at the Super Bowl?
So I think they have actually won a Super Bowl. I could be wrong. They have claimed one Super Bowl. They overcame at the Tennessee Titans at 23-19, January 2000.
Wow. So the last was okay, but let's come on now. If we're thinking of like the statistics and logically, like the Bengals clearly deserve this still because it's been way longer.
If we're looking at that point, 100%. But then again, you're always going to have the fans who are 100% loyal to LA. Right.
Speaking of falls, did you see that? Sorry.
Oh no.
That fall from
that face on his expression.
Yeah, maybe it will replay it. It looked
I think that was the replay. Ow, though. I did see that.
Yeah, like his head got squashed like a melon. Yeah, that fall was gnarly. That guy might have a concussion.
All right, BVB Army. So Nicole and I have officially made a decision as of right now when you are watching this. We're going to wait because we're in the fourth quarter here to see who officially wins the Super Bowl. But in the meantime, we're going to do the BVB fan shout out. Woo! What? All right, Nicole, who is our fan shout out for today?
All right, you guys. Today's lovely fan shout out goes to Terry Wood. You can find her on Twitter at Terry H. Wood. Honestly, she's been supporting our show since day one. I want to say she watches it every Wednesday. She's always tuning in and she's just very supportive of us. And honestly, thank you. You are super incredible. And, we love the fact that you also are a huge Blackville Brides fan. That's incredible. You're literally just amazing. Thank you so much for being you.
Thank you so much. And we definitely see your retweets and responses to our Twitter every time we have an announcement. And I believe you also do leave comments here and there on our YouTube videos too. So thank you so much again for the support and everything. So we appreciate it.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much. You are awesome. You are today's fan shout out.
And shout out for our Super Bowl episode.
Woo, woo, woo. Hopefully you like football.
Who day? Or is that how you say it?
Who day? Yeah, exactly like that.
There we go. Who day?
4 minutes. The Bengals are going to do this.
Don't say that. Knock on wood. Don't jinx it. 4 minutes. A lot can happen in 4 minutes.
I know. I have a habit of jinxing things. Oh my God. I'm getting goosebumps, you guys.
It's the final countdown. We're here at 1 minute and 47. Still the same score. 20 Cincinnati, LA 16.
Nothing's changed.
Twitter's going insane, guys, because all the fans are like, this game is so stressful. And like people are saying they better not and stuff. So.
Isn't that funny? Like we're not football fans, but watching this is just making us so concerned and just freaked out. I'll look right now. No! Are you serious?
22-20.
Are you me? No. Wait, it's not over, right? It's not over.
Oh, we still have like a minute.
If the Bengals do not pull something out of their ass right now.
They're going to get 23. Yep, 23.
No! The year of the Tiger, not the Rams. I'm like ripping my chair.
For the love of God, it's the year of the Tiger. Please. Still got a minute and 12. Minute of 10.
Make a touchdown in a minute of 12. Make a touchdown in a minute of 12. I'm just saying, if they make a touchdown at the last second, that would be the best.
They have to. They have to. They're down to 48 seconds. Are they calling it? Oh, they're calling it.
Why?
They won.
Wait, okay. See, once again, this makes no sense about football. Finish the fucking time. Don't just call it. That's bullshit.
LA Rams have won the Super Bowl 56.
This is boo. So this is a really sad day in history, you guys. My heart aches for the Biersack family. I'm not a fan of football, but this really does break my heart.
Cincinnati, Ohio, Chris, Amy, Andy, all the Biersack.
Let's have a moment of silence.
Moment of silence. Good job. The Bengals gave their all.
Yeah, they fought their asses off to be there.
They roared and clawed. They were in the lead until,
Rams did not deserve this win, you guys.
But to be fair, I am happy that Andy got to see his team in the Super Bowl.
It is officially not the year of the Tiger, you guys. It's a lie. Like, I'm really bummed out. I don't even care for football, but this really bums me out because I don't want the Biersack family to be sad. I was hoping for a crazy win so that way, they'd have something they still have something to celebrate though. Like their team made it to the Super Bowl. They were literally 3 points away.
I'm sure right now at this moment, the Biersack family,
our heart goes out to you guys.
Our heart. I can only imagine all the mixed emotions you guys have right now watching the end results of get away. I don't want to even see you anymore.
I know, right? They don't deserve. They don't deserve.
For what it's worth, guys, Cincinnati, Ohio Bengals made it to the Super Bowl. This was over 33 years they made it. This is definitely will be written in history and stuff. I would hope so. They did it their all. And I'm sure when they return back to Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, they will get the most welcoming ever from their city.
Well, in our hearts, they're the real winners.
Yes, you're always the real winners.
Bengals are the real Super Bowl 56 winners.
Real 56 winners. Who day?
Who day? Hoot, hoot,
day.
Hoot, 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 hoot. I was sorry to end it on such a sad note.
I know. We were hoping for them to win. Like we were just gonna have confetti all over and represent the Tiger colors and everything. But from Andy himself, hell of a season. Have dreamt my whole life of seeing this team in a Super Bowl, and regardless of the outcome, this will always be such an incredible memory. Thank you, Bengals. See you next season. # who day to all the athletes in this Bengals team this season. You guys did a hell of a job this year, climbing your way to made it to the mother Super Bowl. So round of applause goes to you. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed this episode of our horrible knowledge on football. First of all, I hope you guys enjoyed that part at least, and just trying to figure out how this game was going to end. But we saw how it ended. But you know what? We're going to try to end this episode in good terms. Bengals, Cincinnati, Ohio, you made it to Super Bowl. Congratulations. That is a big achievement in general to make it to the Super Bowl, to play against I will have to say a really good team too. So
no, congratulations for making it as far as you guys did. And you know what? There is still next year.
There is
another year to kill it.
All right, guys, we're going to see what the fans have to say and our parents have to say, because we're getting notified already of the outcome and opinions of this loss of the Cincinnati Bengals. But we will see you guys in a brand new episode next week. All of our social medias are down below, so please subscribe to our channel, hit that notification, and also the subscribe button. And please give us a follow on our Twitter account too, because we have a lot of things going on there too. So have a wonderful day, you guys, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.